Hey everybody, Mr. Mojo here, and I'm gonna do a video comparing three different automotive and truck jump boxes that all cost me just under $100 each. And the motor subject today is a diesel Isuzu NPR truck, and it has the 4-cylinder diesel engine, and I have to go down to Denver and get some batteries for it this week because these ones have only lasted, probably 10 years. And I keep them on a trickle charger over the winter, but they are dead now and time has got to them. Anyway, I've been using these jump boxes to try to start it this week, and I thought, man, this would be kind of a good video. The first jump box I bought ever and used is this Gooloo, and the Gooloo GP3000 has a higher number than a better box, which I believe is the 2500, but I could be wrong. And the Gooloo GP3000 basically was, in my opinion, a name scam because its watt hours and its amperage are lower than other ones. But they had the big Black Friday sale a couple years ago, and I bought it, and then I realized it couldn't start this truck. Its claimed engine compatibility is a 9-liter gasoline motor or a 7-liter diesel, and this thing is far less than a 7-liter diesel. It's like a, I don't know, it's more than maybe a 4.5 or something like that. Anyway, it doesn't start it, and it's definitely not as big as a 7-liter. But we will try it again today with a battery capacity of probably 5 to 10% and a fairly cold engine because it was cold last night. The second jump box, which is also in my opinion a scam, is the Yaber Auto YA60. And why do I think that? Well, it has the Gooloo has a battery capacity of 59.2 watt hours, and it says it can crank at 3000 amps. This Yaber is a much larger 99 watt hours, and it says it could crank at 6000 amps. But generally what happens is the entire battery gets depleted on this thing with one start or two starts. Like when I say the entire battery, I mean it goes down to 50% after like 2 revolutions of the engine trying to start. And then I try it again and it goes all the way down to 20% or so. And it doesn't start it. And why that is, I feel like the batteries in there aren't up to par, or they don't have the amount of batteries. But I don't think it comes close to 6000 amps. If this actually puts out 3000 amps, this is putting out like 3500 amps. And then the one that usually starts this truck was like 65 bucks, and I found it, I think, on Project Farm. And it is the AstroAi S8 Ultra, and it has its cranking current rated at 4000 amps, which is a bit more than the Gooloo and a lot less than what the rating is on the Yaber. And it says it has a 24,000 milliamp rating, which is a little less than the Yaber Auto. And how many watt hours does it hold? 88 watt hours, so 10 less watt hours than the Yaber. And then 50, 60, 38 more than the Gooloo. But it says it can crank up to a 12-liter gas motor and an 8-liter diesel, which is about the same as the Yaber rating, even though the Yaber says 6000 amps and the Astro says 4000 amps. This one just keeps cranking and only uses like 1 bar of power, maybe 2 if it's really cold. But this one here basically uses the whole battery, or sometimes it locks up, the screen goes dead, and I can't get it rebooted unless I plug it into a charger, even for like 1 second, and then it reboots the computer and I could use it again. And I mean like 1 second of charging it, it makes it pop open again. And guess what? These were on sale again recently, and I bought another one thinking my original one was bad. No, they operate identically. I don't know why the ratings on this one are so good. This one sucks compared to this one. Anyway, let's hook them all up so you could see the difference. All right, since our last video, it has snowed here in Colorado, and it was a much colder evening last night. The last test failed because it was a really warm day and the sun had been hitting the motor all day. And today you could see plenty of snow on this big diesel 4-cylinder engine in the NPR. Anyway, the Gooloo GP3000 is all hooked up and fully charged, and we're gonna see how she does here. We went through one set of glow plug heating, another set, and here we go. It failed miserably. It could not turn over this engine at all, and it was hooked up very securely. Next we're going to try the Yaber Auto, and I'm going to move that around really good. The thing with the Yaber Auto is you have to hit boost for it to do anything, as I just did. And now we're going to go through glow plug heating. 1, and the light just turned off, and here we go. Nothing. It was not a happy camper. Is the screen still on? No. See, the screen turns off on the Yaber. It fails. And see, if I push the power button, the screen doesn't turn back on. So it's basically worthless with a big diesel engine. And now, last but not least, the AstroAi. And this is their 4,000 amp version without a air inflator. And hopefully this starts it, because I need to drive to Denver today in this truck. And one of these should start it, right? You ever try hooking 2 of these up at once? Because I have not. Power on, and boost, hold 1, correct. Light comes on, and now we're gonna let that cycle through. And the light turned off, turning it back on. I'm gonna do this one more time. Here we go. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Which one of these rocks? That one, right there. Junk. Junk.